right, let's go ahead and start with practicing some counting. Okay, so let's count by fives to 100. So let's begin with 5. So 5,
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100.
Awesome. Let's count by 100 all the way to 1,000. 100,
200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000.
1,000. No, it's 1,000. After 900, you said 1,000. Okay, let's count by 10s to 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110,
120, 130, 140, 150, 160,
170, 180, 190, 200. Awesome. All right, let's practice counting by twos. Let's go to 30. So remember 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's your pattern. So counting by twos. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,
14, 16, 18,
20,
22, 24, 26, 28,
30.
32, 34, 36, 37.
Well, no, that was it. Okay, good. So, all right, let's count with odd numbers to 21. Counting by twos with odd numbers. So 1, 3,
5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15,
17, 19, 21. All right, good. So that's counting a couple of different things. All right, so let's look on the board up here. I have a counting by tens pattern, but it's counting with threes. Let's see. Okay, so I have 3, 13. Where am I going from 13? 3, 13. Sorry, 20. 3, 13, 23. From 23. 33. From 33. 43. From 43. 53. After 53. 63. After 63. 73. And last one after 73 will be 83. So that's counting by tens with 3. Remember, we start with the single number, we go into the teens, and then from there we do the 20s, 30s, 40s. Remember, if you're counting by tens with that number, then that means all of your answers should have that number. Okay, so look at my 25s. Okay, so 25, 25. Remember, we count 25, 50, 75, $1. Again, 25, 50, 75, $1. That's your pattern. So let's try to count this. So we say 25, 50, 75, $1. So it resets, but now we're in $1. So $1 is
No.
So the pattern just starts over. So once you get in your $1, now your pattern starts over, but with that $1. So 25, 50, 75, $1. So then the pattern starts over, but now it's $1.25, $1.50, $1.75. Then I will go to my next $2.
$1.02.
$2.50, $2.75, then $3. Okay, so keep that pattern in mind. Even when you go to the next $1, the pattern still stays the same with 25, 50, 75, 25, 50, 75, and then the $1. Okay, let's look at my dimes here and my nickels, pennies. Let's see, count this one out.
Wait, why don't you one right? Wait, why don't? Because that's the pennies.
Yeah, the pennies is 1.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Count it. Let's see. That's the leader of the state. Like the president is the leader of the country. The governor is the leader of the state.
I know,
So 1 to 60. What 10 or what?
I got it. I know it.
20, 30, 40.
Okay, let's see what we have. Carson, what you have for us? Okay, he says 62. Let's count and see. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Now from 40, we jump to 5. So 45, 50, 55, 60. From there, we go to our 1. 61, 62. Yep.
I know it.
Oh, that's awesome if y'all counted that.
I counted it way good.
Okay, let me just push it right here. Let's see. Push back a little bit. Okay, let's look at the thermometer. Okay, what's my temperature?
Oh, me.
A little glare. I'm trying to fix it. Let's see. Big glare, not a little. Okay, what's the Faith? Temperature? 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Would that be a cold day? What kind of day is 90 degrees?
Hot.
Ooh,
Cold. No, hot.
that is hot.
I was saying hot, but they said cold.
Yeah, and remember, guys, the higher the numbers, the hotter it's getting. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead. I have 5 hearts here. I have 3 that are orange and 2 that are red. What will be the fraction of the parts that are red? Blank out of blank hearts are red. What would it say?
Oh, 2.
2 out of
5.
5 because we have 5 total. So only 2 out of the 5 total are red. Okay, that's my fractional part. Only 2 of my hearts out of the 5 total are red. Always pay attention to what it's asking you to identify. And in this case, it was how many are red. So you look and you say there are 2 out of. Out of means total of 5. And that's the ones that are red. So on Monday, we learned how to make addition and subtraction fact families. That was Tuesday. I don't know what it is. We learned how to do that. So remember, when we have 3 numbers, when we have a facts family, these are the only numbers we can use. We cannot use any other numbers. These are the only numbers that are available to us to use. So in this case, I have 3, 9, and 6. What do I do to figure out what I need to add to? What's the first thing I have to do in order to figure out what I'm adding to? Find my what?
Find the biggest.
Find my biggest, which would be 9. So that means I'm adding to 9. So what would be an addition fact I could build from 3, 6, and 9?
6 minus.
Not minus.
6 plus 3.
6 plus 3 equals? Obviously, can't be anything else.
I know.
Okay, what's another one we can build?
I don't even have
3 plus 6 equals 9, the twin. Now, when I get to the subtraction facts, what number will I start with when I start subtracting? I will start subtracting with my what? The 9, my largest number that I added to. Remember, I cannot subtract 6 minus 9. There's no way possible to take 9 out of 6. You always have to start subtracting with the number that is the largest, which would be 9. So what would be a subtraction fact? 9 minus 3 equals 6. Okay, and what's another subtraction fact I can make?
9 minus 6 equals 3.
9 minus 6 equals 3. Good. Look at this one, 16, 7, and 9. 16, 7, and 9. Let's build an addition fact.
7 plus 16.
Okay, 16 is our largest. So what's the fact I can make?
7 plus 9
equals 16. 7 plus 9 equals 16. Good. What's another one I can make from 7, 9, and 16?
9 plus 6 equals 16.
9 plus 7 equals 16. Subtraction. I have to start subtracting with my largest. What's the subtraction fact I can make?
16 minus 7
Mm-hmm.
equals 9.
16 minus 7 equals 9. What's another one?
7 minus 16.
16. No. 16
16
minus 9 equals 7. Good. Okay.
Family.
So I just wanted to review that. So tomorrow you see some of this on your test, and also tomorrow is our last test in our Saxon book. We'll have other things that we'll do, but the book that our math book. That tomorrow will be your last test in that book. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on to writing. You need a little slick paper. So remember, this week we are practicing the abbreviations of the months. Remember, when we abbreviate the month, we start with a capital letter, and we only put the first 3 letters. Yes, we only put the first 3 letters in the first 3 letters of the month. Okay.
Miss Flugence, I can't really hear you.
No.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay, what about now?
Can we do all the abbreviations of the week, because I couldn't find my other abbreviation paper.
Okay, that's okay. I have it on the video from Monday. So if you want to go over it from Monday, we'll just do a few today, but on the test, you'll have all of them. But the video on Monday has all 12 of them, okay?
Okay. You posted the video?
Huh?
You posted the video?
Uh-huh, it's up.
Okay.
Okay, so today I only have these 4 months. I have July, December, January, and April. And just like we did on Tuesday, I want you to copy it first. Copy it the way that it looks. And then you'll write the abbreviation. So I'll give you about 5 minutes to work on that. So copy them, and then write the abbreviation, okay?
This is on Monday, but I forgot. I don't know where my abbreviation.
Let's go over them. So we have July, December, January, and April. All right, let's look at July. What will be the abbreviation for July? Okay, Joshua?
J-U-L.
Okay, capital J-U-L, and that's it?
Yeah.
Dot at the end. Make sure I put that, yes, period. Thank you. December, abbreviate December. Capital D-E-C dot. January, abbreviation. Capital J-A-N dot. And then April.
Capital A-P-R dot.
Good. Capital A-P-R dot. Good. Okay. Those are how we abbreviate the months. We put the first 3 letters, always capitalize it, put the first 3 letters, dot at the end. Awesome. All right. Let's go over some language. We'll just drop down to language right here. Okay, so let's go over what is a noun.
A noun is a name of a person, place, thing, or idea.
Okay, one more time. What is a noun?
A noun is the
Name of a
person, place, thing, or idea.
Yes, noun is the name of a person, place, thing, or idea. Yes, okay. All right, so we have 2 types of nouns. What are the 2 types of nouns?
Common and proper.
Common and proper are the 2 different types of nouns. We have a common noun and a proper noun, okay? So we've practiced this week common and proper nouns of persons and places. So that's what we will practice today. Okay, so if you look at it, I have a chart and I have 2 sides. I have a common side. Common means anyone can have the name. and we have a proper side. So we will match it. We'll either turn a noun from common into proper or from proper into common, okay, based on how the numbers are. So let's look at number 1, teacher. I need a proper noun for teacher. What could I put as a proper noun for a teacher, Kinley? Miss Bluegis. Yes, so I took teacher common, turned it into a proper noun when we give the teacher the name. Okay, so number 2, we don't have a common noun, but we have the proper noun, which is Walmart. What would be the common noun for Walmart? It would be store. Walmart is a store. Okay, nothing for 3. So you give me 1. Give me a common noun and we'll turn it into proper. Give me a common noun. It can be of a person or place.
McDonald's.
Well, that's not a common noun.
Restaurant.
Officer. Okay, and let's turn officer common into a proper noun. What would be the proper of officer?
Officer coat.
Officer co. Okay. Officer co. Okay, 4, we have zoo. That's a common noun. Zoo. There are so many zoos. Well, let's take zoo common, turn it into proper. Okay, Joshua? Proper noun of zoo. So that means you're given the special name of a zoo. Common means any zoo can have that name. Proper noun is the special name, like giving the zoo its actual name.
Zookeeper.
A zoo. Like, where do you live?
Juliet.
Okay, so you can say Juliet Zoo. That's a proper noun name. Lafayette Zoo, Juliet Zoo, California Zoo. That's just, you're giving it a special name. Proper nouns means you're actually giving it a name. You're naming which zoo you're talking about. Okay, so 5, we don't have the common, but we have the proper IHOP. How do I take the proper IHOP and turn it into a common noun? It becomes
Restaurant.
restaurants. And 6, we have girl common. Let's turn girl common into a proper noun. We could say Monique. Yep, good. So this is exactly what you will do on the test on tomorrow. You'll have some common nouns that you'll have to turn into proper, or you'll have to reverse proper nouns that you will turn into common. So this is what you'll have to do on tomorrow, okay, for your test. So just be prepared for that. All right, so go ahead and get out a little sleep paper. You probably can keep the same paper you have for writing. We'll start with some phonics, kind of going over a couple of things. Yeah. So yeah, it could be the same paper you have for writing. You don't have to like get a brand new paper. I can be the same one. Hmm? You know what she said.
Miss Fulgens,
Yes.
I am going to my dad's house in April.
Oh, for spring break?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. That should be fun.
How long is spring break again?
It's like a week and a day. Yeah, a week and a day.
Week and a day.
Mm-hmm. It's 5 days and then we have a Friday off. We have a Friday and then 5 days off. So a week and a day.
Yeah, Friday did 5 days off.
Mm-hmm.
Friday.
Yeah, but it's not right now though. It's not right now. All right, so let's.
It's 5 days.
That sure is, but that's our last break though, and then we gotta stay until we finish. So yeah, enjoy those 5 days. Uh-huh. All right, so let's go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead and write some words. So first word I have is plate. Like I will put the food on the plate. How do we write the word plate? Pull 8. Write it on your paper first. Plate. Science and social studies. No, y'all can. And do the chapter checkup. That's fine.
Wait, do we show you?
Let me see. Plates, okay? Let's see.
I'm not doing a point. I got one.
Okay, good. Plates. All right, good. So how do we spell plates?
P-L-A-T-E.
Good. So if you see this on your phonics test, you're gonna know how to spell that, right? Yeah. Next one, chin. Chin. Like my, I broke my chin.
C-H-I-N-E.
Chin.
That's not necessary. It's not.
Okay.
That's
Chin.
That's
fine, but you better not play. Chin, okay? How do we spell chin?
C-H-I-N.
Chin. Good. C-H-I-N. Chin. Next one. Park. Arc. Park. How do we write park? Write it down.
P-R-A.
Park. Listen to your sound. R. Park.
I know.
Okay, park. How do we spell park?
P-A-R-K.
P-A-R-K. That special sound was R. Park. Good. And last one, away. 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 That was a funny word, so.
Is it A-Y-A?
Wait, it's not a wait. I strictly is my mom put a pound away when I was leaving the house.
Okay, away. How do we spell away?
A-W-A-Y.
A-W-A-Y. Away. Good. All right, let's go ahead. So let's identify the sounds. What sound says ch, like in chair? Ch, like in chair, like a chair you sit on.
Oh.
What sound says ch, like in chair? C-H says ch, like good. Good job. Chair. Next one. What sound says like in lamb? Like in lamb.
M-B-M.
Like in lamb.
I know. Oh, M-B.
What sound says
M-B.
M-B says like in lamb. Next one, what sound says like in banana?
I know.
Like in banana. Like in banana.
I know.
A says like in banana. Good. Okay. All right. So that's it. I just wanted to review some sounds. So let's go ahead. So Monday, not yet. No, Tuesday, we talked about something called a contraction. Does anybody remember what it means? It means when we have two words. What do we do to those two words? When we contract it, we have the two words. And what do we do with them?
Oh, make it into two different words.
Not two different words. It becomes one word, but what do? We're making it what? We're making it shorter. A contraction is when we have two words that we put together to make a shorter word. It's a quicker way to say two words at the same time. So on Monday, we practice not. Like if I have can and not together, it becomes can't. If I have would and not together, it becomes wouldn't, right? We did those on Monday. So today, I want to move on to our next two contractions, which are next three, sorry. Have, am, and are, okay? So remember, these are called contractions.
Wait, that's all.
So what do we put when we take out the letters? Remember, we contracted and we take out certain letters to make it shorter. What do we put in place of the letter we took out? So like when we had not, we took out the O, but what do we put between the N and T to show that we took out an O? That apostrophe. That apostrophe there shows us that we took out something to make it shorter, okay? So let's look at have. So we did not on the other day, not. So let's look at have. Have is a word that we can often contract. And whenever we contract have, we are taking out the HA and we put apostrophe VE. Take out the HA, put apostrophe VE. So have. Let's look at I have. If I have I and have and I contract it, meaning put it together, what will it become? I. And so it will be I apostrophe VE. You have, if I contract it, what does it become when I contract you and have and I put it together? It becomes you've. Y-O-U. Take out H-A, apostrophe V-E. You. And we have, if I contract we and have together, it becomes we and have. Okay?
We have.
It is we have, but when I put it together, it gets shorter. Weave. W-E apostrophe V-E. Take out the H-A. We're taking out the H-A to put V-E. So put apostrophe V-E. Okay, so that's how we contract have. We take out the H-A and put V-E. We put the two words together to say it a quicker way, a shorter way. So let's look at am. There's only usually one word you contract with I am, which is I. So am, when you contract am, you take out the A and put apostrophe M. Okay, so I am.
I know.
If I take I and am and I contract it together, what does it become? I'm. I apostrophe M. I'm. Okay, so that's am, and then R. When I contract R, I'm taking out the A and I'm putting apostrophe R-E. We are. Let's contract we are. We have we and R, put it together, it becomes we're. W-E. Take out that A, apostrophe R-E. And you are. If I have you and R and I contract it together, it becomes your. Y-O-U. Take out that A, apostrophe R-E. They are is one too, but yeah. Okay, so these are some more examples of some contractions. Contraction is when we have two words, we put it together to make it shorter. We take out letters, but we put an apostrophe in place of the letters that we took out, so that it shows the shorter way, shorter way to say or write the word as well. Okay, so those are our contractions. All right, go ahead and get out your science and social studies. We'll go over those lessons again. I did put videos up. I'm not sure if you reviewed it.
Hi, Dennis.
All right, so yes, okay.
Mine might be there.
All right, let's look at your social studies. Let's talk about Italy.
Italy.
Page 86, Italy. Well, wait for her to come back.
Whatever. Your book's right there. I think I know.
This page?
86 in social studies.
I think they forgot to pass my own
Science, okay.
Use the key to finish coloring the flowers.
86.
Where this book? Hey, put this cloud under the table. I found under the table. Huh? Why would you stand in front of the books? Oh, God. 85. Ew. Now this is in what ways is air travel different? We're learning about ants today. This is the big shoe. Wait, Kenley had a piece of it, but it broke. Look.
All right. So in 86, so let's go ahead and talk about Italy. So Italy is our last country that we are going to visit in the continent of Europe. Okay, so we visited a bunch of places in Europe. We've been to Norway, London, France, the Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland. Okay, now we are in Italy, right here, Italy. So we talked about a few different countries, cities you could find inside of Italy. One being Rome. Rome is actually Italy's capital city and also one of the oldest cities in the world. Actually, Rome has been around since Bible days. So whenever we talk about the book of Romans in the Bible, Paul wrote the letter to the church in Rome, and that's why it's called Romans. So Rome, you can see a lot of old buildings that always existed, even during the times when the Bible was written, when Jesus was here on earth. And even before that, some of those buildings are very old. And so you can see the ruins of the buildings because some of them are kind of broken down, but you can still see it. And so Kinley her parents went to Italy and they brought her this. You can see she's going to show it. I'm pushing you right here.
What? What?
So yeah, it's the same thing like on the book. It's a Colosseum. It's the same thing like in the book. See how that picture is? Same thing. See how it's broken on one side? Yeah. So yeah, that's the souvenir that she got from there. Good, thank you. So that's yeah, so the Colosseum, this building was built. It's one of the oldest buildings in the city of Rome. After we left Rome, we went to Venice, which is another city in Italy. Venice is known for the little rivers. Instead of streets, they have little rivers, and you can ride on the little rivers in what's called a gondola, which is a boat. You can ride along the rivers inside of that boat. And so it's a long, narrow boat. And in Venice, because there are no streets, you ride on the rivers. And that's because Venice was built on like islands. That's why it's full. There's so much water flowing through Venice. Okay. All right. And so then after that, we went to Pisa, which is another city in Italy. Pisa is known for that Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is one of the most famous landmarks that you could see in Italy. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's a tower, and the ground underneath it is very soft. So every year the tower is sinking every single year, and that's why as it's sinking, it's starting to lean. It started up straight, but as it started to sink, it slowly started to lean. So that's why it's called the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Okay, and so it's one of the world's best known landmarks. A lot of people visit this landmark because of how beautiful it is. And like I said, it sinks every year. Every year is sinking down. Yeah, I don't know like when, but it's just saying like yearly. Okay, so that is it for Italy, just the different cities we visited and the different things. The people there speak Italian, and also the people are called the Italian people because they're from Italy. Italy, see? Yeah. Okay, all right, so I told you also some of the foods that you'll get from Italy are like pizza, pastas, bread. If you like cheese, a lot of those things are Italian dishes as well. So if you like spaghetti, that's an Italian dish. Yeah, it's Italian food. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and go over your science. So we are talking about our seasons, and we went through winter. Let's look at page 112.
111. I've been on the page winter at time or rest. What? 126? 126?
112, 112.
What is this on this one, Miss Bridget?
Winter?
Not that.
Time to rest.
Oh, look, rest. I was reading it backwards. I said rest or time of winter.
Uh-huh.
Miss Flugence.
Uh-huh. It's not my name.
Yesterday was the Passover.
Huh?
And yesterday was the Passover.
Okay.
Me and Mom did this activity where I painted something on this piece of paper, 3, and then Mom took it off because it was a sticker on the piece of paper.
Okay.
And then we put it on the door post.
Oh, cool. Cool. It kind of symbolizes what the Passover is.
Yeah.
The blood over the doorpost. Okay, cool. Sounds really
It's still
cool.
outside my house.
Huh?
And it's still outside my house.
Oh,
I
wow.
wish I
That's
could
cool.
show you, but I can't.
Oh, okay. That's okay. But I can try to imagine it, but that's cool. Real cool. Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing that. So winter, a time to rest. So this week we moved on to our first season, which is winter. Winter is in the months of December, January, and February. So winter is the coldest season of the year. And during winter, everything usually dies. But though it dies, doesn't mean that it's completely over. What ends up happening is the seeds that fall in the ground, remember, they will rest in the ground, right? And the trees will have little buds on it, on their branches all winter long. But whenever spring comes back, those buds will start to sprout. And eventually we'll see the leaves growing back on the trees. There's one tree that stays alive during the winter, and it is called the evergreen tree. And that's because what it means is its leaves are all on it all winter long. It does not die. That's one of the only plants that's still alive during the winter time, because most plants do die, right? Because of the cold, less sunlight. Remember, there's shorter days, longer nights in the winter, and a lot of plants will die during this season. But again, though they die, the seed is not completely gone. The seed is just resting on the ground. And when the spring comes back, it'll start, the sunshine and rain from the spring will help it to grow back. So 114, we talked about how with some of the things that some animals do. Some animals will hibernate in the winter, meaning they'll sleep. They'll go into a deep sleep in the winter. Animals like snakes and turtles, and woodchucks, chipmunks, bats, bumblebee queens, they all hibernate in the winter. They sleep. They go into a deep sleep. It's their instinct. They know when winter comes, they sleep, but then when springtime comes back, they'll come out. Then we have some animals that take long naps, and they'll wake up during the winter to maybe, go out to eat, go outside. And those are like bears. They have their babies during this time, but they take long naps. They're not completely hibernating because they do get up, but they just take these long naps, and they also have their babies during this time. And then some lakes and rivers freeze, and so the fish will just live quietly underneath the water and the ice. So those are some things that go on in the winter time with animals. Some of the animals hibernate, some take long naps. And then the plants, though some of them die, their seed will still rest in the ground until spring comes, where it'll grow back. Okay, so winter months are December, January, February. It's the coldest season of the year, where we usually see cold weather, snow, ice. A lot of those things will happen during the winter. Okay. All right, so that's your science this week. Pretty simple lesson, just talking about what goes on during the winter. All right, let's do our reading and we'll be done for the day.
So fast. When I was telling them the right page, they went on the wrong page. That was the wrong page. It's this page.
Yeah, because you were in a different book.
And they was on
Excuse me, Miss Flugence.
Yes.
Which page?
So, oh, 71. 71.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, guess what? Right here and right. My friend. That's what happened to me. I did a bush tour. Two of them still down. Don't read anything. I think still
Okay.
Maybe she can't find it.
Okay, so we're on page 71, the fly and the horse. Okay, anybody wants to read? Dennis, Joshua, or Avaya? Okay, go ahead, Joshua, 71.
The fly and the horse. A fly sat on the well of a horse cart.
Oh, I don't know what happened, Joshua. The volume went out. Can y'all hear him? No, I don't know what happened.
As I go
Okay.
around on this big weed, the dust gets in my eyes too. I will go sit for a while on the horse. Henceforth, so away flew the proud little fly after
I'm telling her what to do. Some of y'all sitting in here for recess. Okay. All right. So there's a little fly that was sitting on a horse, right? And he was talking about how he makes all kinds of dust as he flies. And so he said that the dust will get in his eyes, so he went sit on the horse's harness. Okay, 72. Avaya, Dennis, 72. Okay, Avaya.
Are we on page 2?
72.
Now I will fly away. I know I must burn you by resting so long upon your head as you please. Strong the horse. I did not know you were here until you spoke. You did not know I was here, cried the fly, opening all his eyes in surprise.
Okay. All right. And so when the fly rested on the horse's harness, he thought he was burdening the horse, meaning he was so heavy, he was so big. But really and truly, I mean, you know, a fly barely weighs a pound, right? And so so the horse tells him, he says, okay, I didn't even know you were there anyway. And so the fly is like, you didn't know I was here. The fly obviously thinks he's more important than he is, right? Yeah. Okay, 73, Dennis.
No.
What? Dennis, 73.
little people who think they are so great often mistaken into the old horse. The little fly's pride was sadly hurt. He went away by himself to think about all day long, and after the next day, and all the day after that. And the horse, why he galloped into battle and soon forgot that a little fly had ever spoken to him.
Okay, and so the horse says little people who think they're important are often mistaken. And so the little fly, after the horse said he didn't even realize he was there, his feelings were hurt, right? And after that, did the horse even think about the fly after that? Not really. And so it's just kind of letting us know, think of yourself right. Don't think you're more or better than what you are, right? So you want to, think of yourself like knowing, like, you shouldn't always boast. And that's what the fly was doing. He was like, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. And really and truly, he was not. Right. And so, you don't want to operate in pride. You want to be humble. And, God likes those that are humble, not the proud. And that's how the fly was. He was so proud. And then when he realized he really wasn't as important as he thought he was, his feelings were hurt. So, yep. Okay. So that's our story today on the fly and the horse. Okay. All right. So that is it for us today, guys. We covered all of our lessons. You have all your tests on tomorrow. When we meet on tomorrow for spelling, we'll also take our phonics test as well. So just be prepared to do both of those tests on tomorrow. Okay. All right. So y'all have a good day. Make sure you study, review all of your things, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.